Yo, what's good, YouTube, and God bless. It's your boy Sick, and praise the Lord if you're able to wake up today and you're able to watch the video. And I am back with another Bleach Rebirth for Souls video for you today. And this is going to be just basically a quick character overview of every character. I'll touch every character's game besides Dangai Ichigo. I still don't have Dangai Ichigo yet because you gotta play through the story mode to get Dangai Ichigo. But I have touched every other character. I've been in the lab with every character, and I can give you a quick overview of every single character in this game. I'm gonna try to make this quick as possible. And yeah, so Yamamoto, high damage character. He lacks mobility. He has a slow walk speed, but he has good dash. He has good dashes though, but he cannot dash. He can only step dash. He can't, or side step. He can't like run dash towards the opponent at all. So that's like a little downside. But he does have a advancing move that's pretty good and safe on block, and does a lot of chip damage. You can hold it to extend it. He has a fire gauge. I forgot what the name of that gauge is called, but he does a lot of damage the more of this gauge he has. But when he pulls the gauge up, he starts eating away at his own life, and it eats away at it very, very quick. So I heard somebody say he's a glass cannon, and I understand why, because he could take away some of his. You have to really manage that meter. If you don't manage that meter correctly, then you can end up killing yourself, and that's not that good. But he has combo potential. He's a combo character. He has combo potential. He controls a good space with some of his moves with Uryu and Jaka, and yeah, he's a pretty good character. Soi Fon is a character that's going to get that she doesn't do a lot of damage at all. Her combo potential is not up there besides the basic chain reverse stuff. She is really fast, has really good movement. She has a mid-range move that can get her in very quickly and is safe on block, and if it hits, you can chain it to your light attacks. She has multiple win-con strategies, like if you're able to hit with her Shikai's Suzumabachi move twice, you automatically win the game. The only thing is it's very hard to hit with that move, but there are some ways to hit with the move, but it requires still a lot of setup. So you're not going to be really pulling out a lot of matches out with that, unless the person is really bad. But she does have another win con with her Awakened Bankai on the Jakuho Prokaibo Bin, or however you pronounce it, a Kikon move. When you first use the move the first time around, it takes me 6 bars. So I feel like the way you want to play this character is try to get your opponent down to 6 bars at least, and then as soon as you get to 6 bars, you go and use Jakuho on Raven, because the second time you use it, it's not going to do as much damage. So, and I think she get like little debuffs as well. I can't remember correctly, but yeah, that's Soi Fon in a nutshell. I feel like she's going to be like a character specialist. She's not that easy to pick up, just because she doesn't do a lot of damage. You have to know this character and know her style of gameplay to keep on landing hits with this character. Because if you don't land hits with this character, you're not going to be doing much, period. And you're not really doing much, period, anyways, because she doesn't do that much damage. But when she does go into her awakening form, she does more damage as well. So keep that in mind. Byakuya is a stance character, kind of, sort of. He basically is a stance character. He's a jack of all trades character. He has a tool for like almost every situation. When he has Senbou Zakura sealed, he does regular attacks with his sword. That's like you have to be more up close with. And when he has an unsealed, Senbou Zakura unsealed, then he can fight you at range and stuff like that. He's a really good character, He don't really got that much combo potential, but he still has some combos and some stuff you can do. But he's basically more about controlling the neutral and stuff like that. Also, when you go awakening with his character, you use all of your regular sword techniques, and you're always in Senbou's you're always in Bankai, where your Senbou Sakura is always unsealed, and you're doing all of the long range attacks and stuff like that. So if you start playing Byakuya and you kind of like how he plays with his sword, you kind of want to hold out as long as you can and for you to use his awakening, because once you go awakening, you're kind of limited because his up close attacks is not as quick. Komamura, he's like a tank type of character, tank brawler. He got a lot of moves that like that has armor on it, and that he doesn't get flinch at all. His awakening is beast, like we know. His awakening is good. He doesn't get flinch in his awakening at all, but he also can't move forward to his opponent. So with Renji and Komamura, they fix into this position where they can't move forward. They can only kind of walk slow side to side, but they can't move forward. So when you end up fighting Komamura or Renji, you want to kind of play it like if you're playing Dark Souls, where you do a couple hits and then back off, hit, back off, because they're always going to try to armor through your attacks with their moveset, right, when they're awakening. After Komamura loses his awakening, he gets weaker. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. So he's also another character where you want to wait to go into awakening, and then once you go into awakening, if they got 5, or you want to have like, you want to get them down to like 5 bars going into awakening, and then use his awakening to kill the opponent. Shunsui is dope. I like what they did with him. His gameplay just solid. He's a real solid character. His awakening is what's very, very interesting. The children games, the way they went about is very, very dope. They got a game called King of the Hill. Basically, you have to stay within a circle within a certain time period, and if you're outside the circle, you're taking damage. Then you got another game called You're It, where basically you have a certain amount of time, nobody takes damage, and every single time someone gets hit, they get hit, and then you have to attack the person back. And by the end of this timer, the person whose last touch with the hit takes all the accumulated damage. So that's fire. Then it's another game where I believe as soon as it pops up, you got to strike the opponent, something like that. I can't really remember the third game. One thing I don't like is that it's really matchup knowledge in this game, because when the games come on the screen, they're in their Japanese text, so I can't tell which game it is until the game happens, and you have to really play the character to know which game is what because of the color of the text, because you can't read it unless you're Japanese. So I wish there was some better way to tell which game is which. But besides that, he's a very good character, solid. I think he's gonna be dope. From what I've seen so far. I ain't spent too much time in the lab with him. He's definitely gonna be a specialist character, so you gotta have to put more work in with him. Hitsugaya is a space controller type of character, space controller zoner, one of Okizemi trap character that want to pressure on Okizemi. He got good attacks as well. He got good quick attacks. But he's not too combo heavy. His combos is kind of basic like almost everybody else's. Just reverse chain stuff like that. But the one thing he can do is like on wake up, trap you on wake up, right? So you have to respect him on wake up. You can't just wake up and just start pressing buttons, because when you wake up, he will leave an ice on you. And if you get hit with that ice, he has potential to run in depending on how close he's in, and able to connect with the combo from there. So that's pretty much it. Guy, he's a trap base Okizemi type of character. Zaraki is kind of beastie in this game. He does a lot of damage. So if you're using a character that doesn't do a lot of damage, he could out damage you a lot, right? Like if you facing against a nice Zaraki and you know what he's doing, he could definitely out damage you, because he eats away at your regular life so quickly. It's kind of ridiculous. He's not combo heavy, but he just has moves that just does a lot of damage. He has armor. He has a move that he goes towards you that has armor, and you try. There's nothing you can do about it. He's gonna go through all your moves. He also has he's an armor heavy character. He's kind of like a brawler like Komamura, but he goes about his armor in a different way. He has better. He's not. He has pretty good long range attacks as well too. He's just a good character, and when he goes awakening, he gets even stronger. And yeah, that's pretty much it with him. Mayuri is also like a Okizeme type of character that could disrupt you on Okizeme with his poison ball or his grab move, right, to pull him in, and then he can go in for a combo through there. So he's that type of character, and he could also disrupt your movement as you're trying to get in the neutral. He's that type of character. He has his awakening effect or his primary effect is like poison over time in the awakening. So you're just gonna, if you're just within the poison ball, or if his awakening is going on and the poison is going on, you're just gonna be taking a little dot damage over time with Mayuri. Kira is actually really good. I'm surprised. He's like a jack of all trades character as well too. He excels at mid to close range. He got moves that could draw you in, and then he could set a mind game up from there because he could grab you after, and if you know that he's gonna grab you, try to attack, he has a counter after. His finishing move is a counter. So his game plan is gonna be playing around that. Also, in his awakened state, his game plan is gonna be hitting your character with certain moves to gain Wabisuke counts, to make the character slower and to make his move stronger. Renji is a mid-range character, good space control. He has tons of moves that could attack in the mid-range. He might be one of the better. I don't know. Byakuya's really good at mid-range, but so is Renji. I don't know if Renji's better Byakuya at mid-range, but Renji's really good as well. And he's also one of those characters with the giant awakenings, and you just want to wait it out till you get your opponent life down to a certain amount of point your Renji, and then do his awakening, go Bankai, and then kill him like that. But the thing that makes him good as well, after his buff, after the awakening, he gets a nerf, and all his moves is severely weaker and stuff like that. But his Keithon move is still kind of good, so it is what it is with that. So I just feel like the win con with him is basically get your opponent down to 5 and then go awakening if you could. Hisagi is an anti-zoner. He has a lot of tools that go against anti-zoning. Once he uses, he's not really combo heavy like that. He also has some like guard break pressure as well. And going back to Renji's the same thing as well. Renji has guard break pressure as well too, so keep that in mind. So Hisagi has some guard break pressure. Awakening, he becomes so when he's regular base, he's more of a up close character, and Awakening, he's more mid-range character, but he's not like a mindless mid-range character, because with his flash attacks, which is the heavy attacks, you have to be within a certain range. If you're too close to your opponent, you do a flash attack, then the Scythe will just fly right past the opponent and he won't hit. So you have to really space the character out and stuff like that. And again, like I said, he has moves to stop projectiles to help him get in. And yeah, Rangiku is pretty good. She's a really good zoner. Like her finisher move is really good. She has a really good backdash. She has good movement. She's really good at mid range, and she's very annoying to try to close in on because of her finisher move. She's a really good character. When she turns into Heineko, I don't really know what Heineko does yet. I don't know if it does dot damage. I don't know, but she makes her Heineko spread. She can make Heineko like follow her. She can make Heineko be on her opponent, and she can also make Heineko be like right in front of her. I haven't spent that much time in the lab with her. She got some decent links and combos, more than other characters. But yeah, Ikkaku, I think it's gonna be really good. He's a stance character with tremendous amount of pressure because he can cancel his stance into like a forward dash, and then he could keep on applying pressure, and then he has a couple moves within his stance with his signature move, right? So if he goes into his signature move, He has a move that's going to attack the opponent and his plus frames on block. So if your opponent doesn't know the matchup and try to attack directly after that, they will lose out. He has a move that's just like that covers a lot of range, but it's unsafe. But then he has a move that has a counter. So he's going to be playing this little mind game with his cancels and stuff like that. Playing the long range. He has a good tilt move as well that covers a lot of ground and is safe. And you could cancel into your signature move. And he's going to be playing a lot of games like that for mid-range. He's going to use the tilt move to get in, cancel with his signature move, and then depending on the situation, he's going to go into whatever he goes. He's going to cancel it. He's going to cancel the signature move to a grab, or he's going to cancel the signature move into the plus frames, or if you feel like the opponent's going to try to attack him out of it, he can cancel it to a counter. Ikkaku's really, really good. He's really, really good. And he doesn't change much at all when he goes Awakening. And over time, and as the fight gets longer and goes on, his Awakening gets stronger. He gets stronger as a character. So I feel like you want to go Awakening with him as quickly as possible so you can take advantage of that. Because it takes a while to build up that spirit meter for the Awakening. Rukia is really, really good. She's really, really good. She's like a jack of all trades character as well. She probably excels more at the mid-range because she has a move that's just like dashes completely towards the opponent. So the opponents have to be really, really careful about whiffing attacks with Rukia. She also has combo potential as well with some certain type of links and stuff like that. She's not too crazy combo heavy, but she has more combo potential than your normal characters. And yeah, she's really, really good. She's really, really good. Kaien as well too. He seems to be pretty good. He kind of falls into the same thing as Rukia, where he's a mid-range character that can whip punish you very, very easily. Then he has a move that he has his signature skill. He like stabs the trident on the floor, and I think he's invulnerable to attacks in that moment. As soon as he stabs him on the floor, he can absorb an attack, and then he gains a buff that gives him even more damage. So he's pretty good in that regards, and his special moves, his spiritual special moves is good. He has an invincible DP move, and he has a move that could just rush in and attack you, does a lot of damage. So he's really, really good. He's not combo heavy at all. He's like combos very, very basic, but everything else about him is pretty good. Shinji is going to be a mix-up type of character. His mix-up is going to be strike throw, basically. Well, that's almost everybody's mix-up in this game, but he's more so on it because he has a parry. So it's like strike throw parry. So he has a parry and Awakening. It could change if you hold it. It changes to a throw. So if you feel like your opponent is going to attack you, you could do it. And if they attack, they're gonna get parried. And if they don't attack, they're gonna get grabbed. So it's that mind game there. The opponent has to really like try to stay away from Shinji because he can apply a lot of pressure. So you want to kind of like step away from Shinji, let him whiff, and then attack him. Because if you let him dictate the pace and he's up close in your face and you're applying pressure and he blocks, he threatens you with that throw. So yeah, that's really, really good. Hiyori's is a spiritual pressure move that's good for lockdown. And yeah, Shinji's a pretty good character. I don't think he's like gonna be crazy good, but who knows? That strike throw mixer might be crazy. Uryu is the zoner. Well, there's zoners in this game, but he's like the real zoner, right? And he's actually pretty hard to use. He's more on the harder side, right? And it's going to take time, especially if you're playing on advanced controls. It's going to take time to really know how to use them because he's meticulous with his zoning. You can't just press buttons and do anything. Like Rangiku is kind of a zoner with her signature move, and she could just kind of spam it, right? And as long as you got a good amount of distance, you're good. As long as you got a good amount of distance, you're good with Uryu as well. But if you use the wrong move, you're not going to be doing anything. Like he has a move, he has Bleach Reagan, he shoots it up in the air and all the arrows come down. And you have to like aim the move to where the opponent's at. So you can aim it to right in front of you, you can aim it to the middle, and you can aim it far, right? and you have to anticipate where the opponent's gonna move with that move. And same thing with other, like his regular attack strings. Like he's kind of weird. You gotta really put in time for him. Not everybody's gonna be able to pick him up and play him. Chad, pretty good. He's a pressure monster. He's really good. He has a dash move. He has a dash attack that it's safe on block, and if it hits, it helps him apply pressure. He does a lot of damage. He's not too combo crazy. He has a little bit of combo, but he's not really too combo crazy. But basically, what you want to do with him, and he has a way to stop projectiles. What you want to do is charge up percentage skill as much as possible to get it to the highest possible strength, and then you want to dump it on the opponent. So after you charge it all the way up, you want to get a combo where you could hit him with it, and it's going to take a tremendous amount of damage. He's a pretty good character. He does a lot of good damage. Base Ichigo is he's basically like the character you pick up to learn the game. Kind of, sort of, because he doesn't have a lot of combo potential. To be honest, he don't really got combos like that at all. But he just has certain nuances and fundamentals to learn the game in general. Because again, this game is not a crazy combo heavy game. It's more about the moveset and so on and so forth. And Ichigo has a good moveset. He has a move that advances towards you, and if he hits you, he's advantage on hit. So he applies pressure after that. He has an invincible move. He has a move that does damage. When he's in awakening mode, some of his move changes and he gets better effects on her moves and stuff like that. He has a move if you charge up all the way. It does a lot of damage on his own essential move, and if you charge up all the way and the opponent blocks it, he's plus after that, so he can move directly after that. So if your opponent doesn't know that, they will get beaten out a lot by that. Yeah, he's really good character. He changes a good amount when he's in his awakening form. He goes Bankai. He gains access to other moves. Some of his spiritual pressure, mainly his spiritual pressure move, just moves for it that does damage. But his signature skill is pretty good, where he teleports in front of the opponent and do a slashing attack, and it's safe. And if he hits, he continue to combo from there. And he can kind of do this from like full screen, so that's pretty good. When he put the mask on, he could throw Kensuga Tenshos at you. They kind of weak, but they're really quick and fast. And yeah, he's a good character. Bankai Ichigo, this is gonna be my main. I'm gonna be maining him. I'm gonna be playing a lot of characters, but he's definitely one of the characters I'm gonna be playing. He has probably the best combo potential in the game, probably so, with his Getsuga links. That makes him a very good character. The thing is, Bankai Ichigo, he got combos, but it's not as strong until you get to Awakening, when he puts his mask on, and then the properties of his Getsuga change, and that's where you get to be able to get the Getsuga links. But in regular base Bankai, he doesn't have the Getsuga links, but he still has pretty cool look stuff that you can still extend off of, but it gets crazier in Awakening. And then his Reawakening is just a beast on his own. So he's a really good character, and I think he's going to be up there. I think he's going to be one of the best characters in the game. Yoriichi, fast-paced character. Great movement. Like, when it comes to movement in this game, everybody has their own walk speed. Everybody has their own dash speed. There's going to be certain characters that feel like they stuck in mud, like Aizen. And there's going to be certain characters that are quick, like Georgie. And Georgie is one of those characters. She's very fast. She's going to be just applying pressure to you a ton. She doesn't have a lot of health, basically. Like, I think basically what they mean by that in the game is that she takes more damage than other characters, but she has a parry. So that's really good. She has a counter. She has a parry that you can start combos with because she just spins in place. She has keep out with her daggers. She has a move where from mid-range, a move that could dash in and punish the opponent if the opponent lives. Also, if from if you do the same move up close and hold it, it turns into a grab, which is really, really good. She can pressure you a lot on Oki with her moveset. She has really good safety. And yeah, she's just a beast. She's not crazy combo heavy, but it is what it is with that. Next we got Uryu. Uryu is really, really good. He has combo potential. I'm kind of seeing bad combos out there where so far, not to say like that because nobody knows the game like that, but one thing I want to say is you don't want to waste all your meter in this game on a combo because you need your meter and resources for a lot of other stuff. So I see there's combos out there where they spending 2 to 3 bars on his spiritual pressure move to extend combos. He could do stuff like that, but me personally, that wouldn't be the way to go. So he does have combo potential, but it's not as great as Dangai, Ichigo, or Grimjaw. But he does have more combo potential than others. He has a parry that's pretty good, and it changes in Awakening, and it gets better. He has a tool for like almost all ranges, right? He has a little projectile to stop people. He got a good mid-range attack. He's just one of those characters that is all around solid and good, and he could potentially be one of the better characters in the game. Nelle is one of those other characters where she applies a lot of pressure through. She has a install gauge where she can gain meter through the install gauge. And once she gains a certain amount of meter through the install gauge, some of her moves gain follow-up attacks, which adds on more damage. She's also really quick, and she can also fight from the mid-range. She can fight from up close, so that's really good. She got moves that quickly propel her across the screen to get in. Then when she's making an opponent block, when she has this install meter up, she's able to step out of certain moves to apply pressure for strike throw mix-ups. Szayelaporro, I really ain't touch him like that, but he's pretty basic. He got his moves. I can't really speak too much on him actually because I ain't even touch him. I think I touched him a little bit, and I ain't really go through the move list because I'm not really interested in him. But he does have the reawakening that you have to be aware about. So that's a good move right there because when he dies, he comes back. But you have to get another thing about reawakening. You have to get your fighting spirit up to a certain point where you can actually even use the reawakening. There's times where you could die, and since your fighting spirit is not up, the reawakening will not activate at all. So you have to keep that in mind. But yeah, Grimjaw, he's a combo heavy character. He got some cool moves. He has a move that from mid range he could get in, and he has a move that helps him get in up close. His moves is a little bit stubby, well like that. But he got some safe. His light string is safe. His medium, his flash attack string is not safe. He has an install where he uses his spiritual pressure. It's a spiritual pressure move too, and it's an install that gives an annihilation state. And once he gets into that state, he gains access to better moves, more damage, and that's good. And overall, while you're fighting and getting hits off or being attacked, the annihilation state goes up. Another cool thing about him is that when his annihilation state goes all the way to 1 max, when he's getting hit, he will automatically like knock the opponent off him for if they was doing a combo. So that's really good as well. And going back in Resurrection, his game plan is Resurrection Awakening form is pretty much the same. He just combo heavy base, and that does a lot of damage. So if you could get a hit off, if you could preferably get a hit off with his medium attack, because when you start hits with light attack, they do way less damage, but they get your spiritual pressure. So you want to get your spiritual pressure up to be able to get the spiritual pressure move where he gets the install, and then once you get that up, you want to hit with a move, a heavy attack, cancel especially if it's a move that can cancel into his install. Cancel into his install, and then continue combos from there. Nnoitra, he's slow, but he has a lot of range with some moves. But the attacks with a lot of range is pretty punishable. But when he's up close, he has grabs that you don't want to be up close in his face, because he has grabs that will catch you off guard every single time. That does a lot of damage. He's not really crazy combo potential heavy, but his game plan is going to be, if he's in your face, he's mixing you up with strike and his grabs, and from mid range, he's going to be using his long range attacks to keep you out. Uryu is pretty good. He's a combo heavy character, not crazy combo heavy, but he's more on the combo side. His mechanic is basically that he uses Seros. His signature skills is Sero that he could put into like almost all his attacks, and it takes away from his health, but it gives more damage to his combo. And you can also special cancel this into one of your spiritual pressure moves too after you hit the Sero. So you could do Sero into a spiritual pressure move Sero, and that's going to be mad damage. Again, it takes away from his health, so he has another spiritual pressure move where he gets health back. And what makes him able to combo is when you use the regeneration move, it freezes time. So you can do certain hits, do a regeneration, it freezes time, get your health back, and then you're able to continue combos from there. So he's really, really good. And his awakening is good, and his great awakening is good as well. The game plan doesn't really change at all when it comes to his awakening and great awakening. It's still pretty much the same. His special attacks changes and properties changes a little bit, but you're still going to be playing him the same. Tia Hatterville, she's good. She's a pressure character, but she pressures you in a different type of way. She can pressure you from long range. She has her signature skill, which she has. It's kind of stance. It's not really a stance. Her signature skill, she like fly towards you, and she has moves out of it. She has like a quick attack that hits you on counter hit. You can start a combo from it. She has another attack that does a lot of damage to you, and it's multiple hits, and it's safe. And she can cancel it as well, so she can fly towards you and cancel it as well, and go for a strike throw mix up. So with her, that's how you're gonna be wanting to pressure with her. You're gonna want to be. You can also fight for mid range, a little bit of the mid range as well too, but you want to be more up close and pressure with that mix up. And then from far, you can pressure with that mix up as well. So, and she's good. She's good. Like she could fight you from up close. She can fight you from mid range. She has the essential skill that applies pressure because she can cancel out of it. So she's gonna be like a mixed-up rushdown character, but she could rush you down from mid-range as well. So it's kind of crazy. But she's not gonna be able to do very well against characters with projectiles when it comes to the rushdown from mid-range. But if you're facing a character who's a melee character, you could probably like fake them out, keep on doing access. It's gonna be a lot of stuff with her, and when you get the game and play with her, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Stark is another character. He's a zoning type of character, and he's not easy at all either. He's not just pick up and you're going to be able to play him. At least, maybe you will be because you're playing on simple, maybe, but on advanced, you're not going to be able to pick up and play him like that. One, he's resource heavy. You have to really manage your resources with him because in his base form, he has his gunshots. And his gunshots take away from his spiritual pressure gauge. But he could recharge his spiritual pressure gauge back on his own. Instead of other characters can't do that. They have to fight to do so. Stark doesn't have to do that. He could hold his essential skill. It recharges his spiritual pressure gauge. But then that spiritual pressure gauge goes back into his attacks. So you gotta keep that in mind. I feel like you're gonna want to be in base as long as possible until you go into Awakening, and then once you go into Awakening, the moveset changes. He gets swords, so he's able to fight you more up close. But he's able to remove a stock of his health to gain the Lily Net Wolves, and they're really, really good. It gives him safety on block with a lot of stuff. He can use it as projectiles. And yeah, he's going to be a character that you're going to have to laugh. He's going to be a specialist type of character. Tosen is basically a hit and run type of character. He doesn't really rely on, if I remember correctly, I think he has a parry. I can't remember. But he's a hit and run character. He's not combo based at all. He's going to get your hits, back away, run. They whip punish, get your hits, back away, run. They whip punish. You want to make your opponent whiff, and then you're going to punish them. And then when you go into Bankai, they can't see you. So they got to be really, really cautious. But over time, the Bankai sight expands. So he could see you, but if you hit them with your Keycon move, it closes back up again. So, yeah, Tosen's going to be, I think he's going to be good. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but since it's going to be hard to hit him, he's going to be good. Gen is a mid-range specialist, and he can also apply pressure in mid-range as well. His signature move is like a stab type of move, which he can charge, and it covers a lot of distance. And you can step dash out of it as well. So you can charge it up, step dash, catch your opponent off guard, and grab them. And you could do this within like the block strings as well. So from up close, he's going to be able to do stuff like that. From far away, he's going to be punishing you because a lot of his moves cover a lot of distance. His first pressure move covers a lot of distance and it does a lot of damage. And yeah, he's going to be a good character that controls that mid-range space. And he's going to be also a character that can apply pressure on you on block with his signature skill cancel. Aizen is definitely going to be a character that you have to be in a lab with. He's more technical. There's a lot of stuff to him. His moveset changes so his fighting spirit goes up right over time, and then once it gets all the way right, he changes to the cocoon form, and I'm not even too sure what even happens when he's in the cocoon form. I think he just becomes stronger and stuff like that, and his meter changes a little bit. I gotta go back and really look to see like what exactly is happening with that, but yeah. So base Aizen, he has pretty good moves. He has a projectile, and he has an install. And the more that bars of the install you have, it changes the properties of the moves. So you have to keep that in mind. He has an attack that he can use to get you off. It's a signature skill. It pushes you off of him, stuff like that. It's pretty much on the slower side though. His walk speed is pretty slow. He got really good dashes though. He got good zoning. But you got to keep in mind that his zoning changes depending on how much installs and stocks he has. When he goes awakening, pretty good as well. His projectiles get even better. His moveset pretty much stay the same. His spiritual pressure move changes. He has Hado 90 as a spiritual pressure move, and it does a lot of damage. And it's a grab, I think. I can't remember, but I think it's a grab. And his reawakening is really, really good as well. And he has the full incantation Hado 90 as his Keycon move, and it's fire. I ain't gonna lie, it's fire. But his moveset pretty much changes the same. So once you play him in the awakening form, it's kind of the same as the butterfly form. But it is what it is. Oh, one thing I would like to say though is that his Kyoki Suigetsu move, his Shikai ability, the way they represented this game is so fire, right? So almost every character, right, when they get hit into a combo and they in the red and you're about to get hit with a Keycon move, you cannot break out of it at all. You have, like, once you're in the red, I don't think you could break out of combos. I gotta go back and check. But because from what I was trying, it wasn't letting me break out of combos with my reverse gauge. But with Aizen, right, he's able to avoid Keycon moves by pressing. If he has his I don't know if he has to have, he can't be an awakening, or that's just something he has all around. I have to go back and check. But I think it's just something he has all around. So he has the opportunity to negate Keycon moves by pressing the L3 and R3 while he's about to get hit by it, and he's going to basically he's going to push them off. So that's pretty much. So Dangai Ichigo is a counter to Aizen, but Aizen is also a counter to Dangai Ichigo. Because if Dangai Ichigo goes for his Mugetsu move, say like let's just say boom, Dangai Ichigo hits you with the Keycon move 2 different times already, and then he goes for the third one and is about to hit. You could choose at that time period to use your Kyokushu Getsu to avoid it and not lose. So that's pretty dope. I think it's a one-time use though, so I'm not too sure. I believe it's a one-time use, so you have to be very, very careful with how you use it. I believe the way how it works is that you have to have your fighting spirit all the way up max to use it. I think that's how it goes, but I'm not too sure. I gotta go back and check. But yeah, and I don't got Dangai Ichigo, so I can't really talk about it. But that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been like a quick character overview of all the characters. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy the video, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Helps the channel out a lot. And I will be streaming today, so come through to the stream. I'm going to be lavishing characters. Y'all want to tell me what characters to use and test out. Come through, let me know. Alright, but anyways, I hope all of you have a nice day. God bless. Peace.